McDonald's sales recently turned a corner, with sales for the quarter ending on June 30th rising 2.5%, ending 2 consecutive quarters of falling sales. Tommy Aiello is here, Senior Director of Government Affairs at the National Taxpayers Union. Tim Phillips joins us as well, Director of Government Affairs and Global Strategies at Nest Point. Welcome to you guys. Thanks for coming on.
Good to be here.
All right, Tommy, are you now craving McDonald's with the return of the Monopoly game?
Yeah, this is great news for McDonald's and for customers as well. I think we all remember going to McDonald's back in the day and getting these Monopoly cards. So it's a really good thing, and I think this is what consumers want. They don't want just the value which McDonald's is delivering. They recently cut prices by 15% on some of their items, but they also want a little bit of fun as well when they go to the store. So it is a good news for consumers, and I think the market's going to respond accordingly.
Tim, does it actually boost sales? Do people go to McDonald's if this game is on? Are they going to go just to obviously they want to eat, but they want to have some fun too? Does it actually help on the bottom line?
Nostalgia is a powerful sales tool. And for literally tens of millions of Americans, they played this Monopoly game at McDonald's when they were younger. I did. And nostalgia is powerful. So I think it is a smart move. Also, about a quarter of McDonald's sales are now via their app. And this game is perfect for an app. You can play it right on your phone. So it will do a big pop for that app, which is doing very well. So, yeah, it is a smart move.
Yeah. Hey, remember that one-time McDonald's employee who's now in the White House again? I wonder if he's interested in collecting the game tokens. Donald Trump, as we know, big fan of Mickey D's. Let's move on to this, though. Trump making a major, serious announcement having to do with medication and how it links back to Pfizer from the Oval Office. Here's part of that.
In addition, Pfizer is agreeing to provide some of their most popular current medications to all consumers at heavily discounted prices of anywhere between 50 and even 100%, and that's off the price. And in some cases, even more than that, these drugs will be available for direct purchase online at a website operated by the federal government. We're also announcing that moving forward, all new medications introduced by Pfizer to the American market will be sold at the reduced most favored nation cost. So we'll be paying essentially what other countries are paying.
Which really sounds like you could save some money. The president also announcing that $70 billion investment by Pfizer into U.S. manufacturing. Tommy, what kind of difference could this make for Americans hoping to save some money on their prescription medications?
Yeah, the president is exactly right that we need to find a way to reduce prescription drug costs in this country. And I think what the president is doing with this new initiative is to get around these pharmacy benefit managers. These are insurance middlemen that artificially raise the cost for consumers and, of course, taxpayers. I do have some concern, though, that the federal government is getting involved in these decisions. There's already private sector companies that are doing just this. I think we should let the market just be the market and the government to take a step back.
Well, Tim, we know that President Trump's favorite word is tariffs. And President Trump, he also wrote about tariffing the trucking industry, saying this on True Social: in order to protect our great heavy truck manufacturers from unfair outside protection, I will be imposing, as of October 1st, 2025, a 25% tariff on all heavy trucks made in other parts of the world. Therefore, our great large trucking company manufacturers such as Peterbilt, Kenworth, Freightliner, Mack Trucks, and others will be protected from the onslaught of outside interruptions. We need our truckers to be financially healthy and strong for many reasons, but all above else, our national security purposes. So, Tim, is there that much competition in the heavy trucking industry? I mean, going through those big names I just mentioned, aren't those most of the ones that are on the roads right now?
There's enormous competition, though, specifically in the heavy truck area from not just Asia, but even Europe as well, with Mercedes-Benz doing a lot of the larger vans and trucks. I do also have concerns about such a laser beam approach where the government can kind of step in and go, okay, we're going to protect this industry, but maybe not this industry. It's a slippery slope. I get what the president's trying to do here, absolutely, and it is an important component of the American economy. That's for sure. At the same time, you do worry when political leaders can, in such a rifle shot fashion, make decisions like this for individual companies or individual product lines, because then you begin wondering, well, why this line and not that line? So the president's goal is absolutely good, and it is in the national interest, including national security, which he talks about there. It's just finding that balance somewhere in there with this.
All right. Tariffs, merit, and McDonald's seem to be a huge.
I think we all
priority.
agree on McDonald's, that's for sure.
Maybe that
Yes,
one
we
ranks
do.
the highest.
Bring back Ronald McDonald.
That's right. Tommy and Tim, thanks so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank
You
you.
bet.
Coming up next.